This is Nathan with the eBookreader.com. For this video I'm going to show you how the Sony PRS-950 handles a bunch of different PDF files. First I'll start off with just a basic text-based PDF. So you may have some of these downloaded from places like Project Gutenberg. So this is what it looks like on the default layout. It sizes it to fit to the screen, obviously. A couple of things you can do with a lot of these PDFs is they have really light text. This is what the original looks like, custom. You can come in here and mess with the dial a little bit. I've got it set at 112 and minus 34 seems to be a pretty good setting. So I'll show that a little bit closer up. Some other, if you do medium, that will reflow the text. Same with all the other text sizes. Small is just the original layout. So when you reflow stuff, it will reformat the layout. Works pretty good for PDFs that are text-based like this. You often get a page like that that's blank. But for like stuff with a bunch of columns and stuff like that, it's not going to work. Then there is the zoom dial. You can pan around the page with the arrows. There's some presets up here, fit to width and fit to height. Okay, so the lock will lock, so wherever position the page is, so when you turn the next page it's at that same position. Okay, so let's take a look at landscape mode. This is where the 650 is better for this type of, or the 950, because the text is a lot bigger. So this is just on the original layout. It's actually pretty readable in person here. Don't know how good it shows up on the camera. But another thing that this one has is with the two-page view. Like if you want to scan through PDFs or something. Okay, so let's go back to the menu. If you hold that, it'll go back to your list view. So, okay, one thing I want to mention, you would think that, so like comparing this to a 6-inch e-reader, the 950 actually, the width of the screen is the same size as the 6-inch reader. It's just got about 1.5 inches extra length right here. So this same ebook on a 6-inch screen is something like this, where you get more text per screen because of the width there, and a smaller width. With the 950, the text is bigger, but it's broken down into more quadrants. So with the 650, I don't have a 650 anymore. I had to get rid of it to buy this, but the Kindle is pretty much the same deal. Although it does break it down into 3 sections instead of 2. So, like what I was saying is the 650 breaks it down into 2 sections, and the 950 breaks it down into 3 sections. So the text is quite a bit larger, but you're not getting more area width-wise. Okay, so let me show you some other things real quick. So, like with the other stuff, you can hold down and scan through, like with regular ebooks. Dictionary works. Actually, sometimes it doesn't. I've noticed that on some PDFs. It will highlight a whole sentence instead of just the word. So that is an issue on some PDFs. Let's go back to the other orientation. So when you're viewing PDFs in this orientation, they're a little bit bigger than they are on the 6-inch devices, 6-inch screens. It's not a whole lot of difference. I'll show you here real quick. I'll pull up the Kindle again. So here it is on the Kindle. So overall, I mean, the text is a little bit bigger on the 7-inch screen, but it's not as much as you would expect since they're obviously the same width. So it just fits a little bit higher because of the way the screen's laid out. Okay, moving on, let's go on to some other PDFs real quick. Okay, so back to that 2-column one. I guess it's not back. We haven't been here yet, huh? Okay, so I like to adjust the contrast on this one. It makes it a lot darker. Okay, so there's different page modes. You've got the original, the margin cut. That seems to work better sometimes than others. It doesn't really seem to work on this one. Then you got the 2 and 3 column split and full page. Okay, so the 2 column works really good for PDFs like this because it just follows the column as you turn pages. And even on the smaller font, the default font size here is pretty easy to read. And then of course you got the custom zoom dial. You can come in here and customize it even more. And then you got the landscape mode. So one thing to note, the 2 column mode does not work in landscape mode. At least it doesn't on the 650. Yeah, see, it's on 2 column right now. Okay, so just like with any ebook, you can, I don't know what I'm doing here. There's too many things to do talking, and here we go. Okay, so what I meant to do is go in here to notes. When you do notes, it sets it back to the original layout. So you can do highlights and whatever. Notes. And saves it like that. You can then export these as an RTF using the Sony desktop software. And so, like, I'm pretty sure the dictionary works on this one. Yeah. So some PDFs it seems to work better than others. And then, of course, you can use the web browser to reference stuff with the Wikipedia right there. Okay, the last PDF I'll show you here is just a graphic novel. Okay, let me show you the scanned PDF real quick. So scanned PDFs seem to work pretty good too. Obviously, it all depends on how they're scanned, but I was kind of surprised to find out that the dictionary and stuff works on the scanned PDF. So does search and highlight. So that's pretty cool. Foreign languages obviously doesn't work on the menu here, but if they're embedded in the PDF file, then you shouldn't have a problem with those. So this is one I checked out from the library just to see what some comics look like on here. The text is really easy to read. Then, like I said, with landscape mode, it breaks it down into three sections instead of 2, like with the 350 and 650. And it's actually really easy to read in that mode. Okay, so that about wraps up the PDF review. I'll put a link in the top corner right here for the main review if you want to check it out for all the other details. Check the ebookreader.com for the written review. Got a lot of close-up pictures. Thanks for watching.